Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program, bringing you an educational podcast about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hello, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Bringing you another elective course at Swinger University. We're going to share our experience at the Allure Swinger takeover of a beautiful boutique luxury hotel in Jaco, Costa Rica. This lifestyle trip is all-inclusive and clothing optional. Phoebe and I will be there again in May of 2020. It's a popular takeover, so if you want to join us, I encourage you to book now at allureslifestyle.com. Like any vacation, we go through our pre-takeover prep and packing, going through our list of essentials and essential swinger items.
Yes.
To bring with us on trips just like this.
Right. Which is a little tricksy because you've got costumes or themes going on and it's clothing optional, so you don't want to wear too much clothing, but you want to be sexy. So this takeover does a really nice job at having themes without being over the top or too clothing
excessive.
Excessive, yes, because you're running around naked.
Yeah, the themes are pretty low key. The themes were pretty minimal in terms of costuming,
right?
Compared to the cruise.
Oh yeah,
much simpler.
Mm-hmm. So some of the themes were sarong, animal print sarong, or a type of maybe Hawaiian sarong, whatever the theme was. It was sarong based,
right? And
then you had we had a glow party. We had fun sunglasses and sun hats.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think what else there was.
There was a pasty pool party as well.
That's right.
So everybody wore pasties, including some of the men.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious.
That was funny. Oh, God. My pasties were the best, though. My pasties weren't really pasties. They were more like nipple decorations.
You had Vegas showgirls.
I did.
Glued to your nips.
I did. They had
feathered and rhinestoned.
Yep.
And
yep.
We bedazzled your boobs.
You did. We did. It was awesome. and the nether region, it had to match.
That's right. You did have a little
bling bling
above the clit.
Jewelry.
Sparkle.
Yeah, so once we got all those things together, which, it's fun because you're shopping ahead of time and you're gathering things together. It makes that vacation more fun because you're preparing for it, months or weeks in advance, depending on how quickly you want to get things together.
Building up that anticipation for the actual event.
Yes, exactly.
And because we were visiting Costa Rica for the first time, we packed a few extra things in preparation for hiking or...
Oh, yeah, we did.
Some of the day trips and excursions. So lots of extra things. Well, not lots. We brought extra stuff that we wouldn't have normally brought on a vacation.
Right. And now I know what to bring next time, and it will be much less. All right, so now we're at day 1. We took off work early. We relaxed. Most everything was packed. And we caught our red-eye flight to LA. Then an hour or so later, we hopped on the plane to Costa Rica and slept all night and got there the next morning. Right?
Yeah, arriving in Costa Rica just as the sun was coming up, I think.
Yeah. I was tired, though.
Yeah. It's hard trying to sleep on a plane.
Yeah. But that's the way to go. If you can do that, that's definitely the way to go. So we get there. The guy's waiting with a sign. He finds us, or we find him, loads our stuff into the van. And I wish I had practiced my Spanish because he asked me if I knew any Spanish. And I sadly declined. No. It would have been amazing to have this about hour to hour and a half chat with him while he was driving, just asking him all these questions, but I did not practice my Spanish.
The driver did his best to kind of point things out and have a conversation with us, even though his English was probably better than our Spanish.
Yeah, it probably was, yeah. There was so many things to see, and I was struggling with staying awake because I was so tired. But it's a beautiful, beautiful country. It was an awesome ride to Jaco. And then we show up, and we get to the nice gates. They literally had these beautiful huge iron gates at the front of the hotel. This big stucco entrance. And we pull in, and they bring us up to the front entrance. All open air. It was great. So the front desk was just out in the open. No doors.
Just a
no
roof
need.
And
yeah, an overhang.
Some columns and...
We check in. They take our bags. They take them to the room. We're handed a welcome drink. We head off to the pool. We meet everyone, and they tootle us around the grounds and give us a tour. It was fabulous. I was instantly relaxed.
Yeah, the grounds are sort of in the jungle. I mean, the easiest way to describe it is they cut a section out of the jungle and they built the hotel, a series of these, cabanas, and there's this 2-story building where they have rooms upstairs and down, but all of the grounds are basically this
manicured,
kempt
jungle.
And the trees and the canopy kind of tower over all of the buildings, and there's mango trees and all kinds of flowers. It's just amazing.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's not like any place I've ever stayed. I would never go back to Costa Rica and stay in a regular hotel. No way.
Oh no, too boring.
Oh yeah.
This was way more beautiful.
Oh yeah. So let's see. The pool. Oh yeah. The pool, where there's always alcohol flowing and amazing Latin music playing, was massive. This pool, this mosaic tiled pool with this big sun in the center on the bottom of the pool, this waterfall in the back corner with this little hidden cave behind it.
Right.
It was gorgeous. They also had a hot tub, but it wasn't very hot because everything's warmed by the sun.
Yeah, and the temperature down there was perfect. It was like 75, 80.
Yeah, the water was amazing. And this particular resort had the monkeys, not the capuchin monkeys, but one of the other monkeys that
they were the capuchins.
Oh, they were? Oh.
Running around.
They'd run across your roof, and they'd throw mangoes on the ground. It was so cool.
Hop and jump and bounce. And, of course, they kind of come through in the morning earlier than anybody would like.
Right.
And you would think a small animal that's very nimble and graceful swinging through trees would be nimble and graceful.
And quiet.
But no, I think they stomp across the roof.
Yeah,
they jump, and they're very loud, and it sounds like gorillas, but they're just small monkeys.
And they crash through the trees. They're very, very loud. I was really surprised. They're jumping.
Hooligans.
Yeah, they are hooligans. They play a lot.
It's amazing.
I know.
We watched one of them sitting on a palm branch, jumping up and down on it like a trampoline.
Yep.
He was just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. It was hilarious.
It was so awesome. So awesome. It's so beautiful. If you love walking through a botanical park, this is the place for you. But if nature and, lizards and a few spiders on bushes freak you out, then do not go. Because
you are in the jungle.
You're in the jungle. Absolutely.
Yeah. And nature is right there with you.
Yep. But it's amazing.
And the animals are all very friendly. I mean,
No.
Nobody was attacked.
No.
No monkey attacks, no iguana attack. They're all just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Birds fly over, macaws fly through every once in a while. Just beautiful scenery and amazing things. You just don't get to see it. Well, pretty much any place.
Yeah. And the pool deck, now, when we were there, they didn't have the beds lining the pool deck, but they did that the next year.
This last.
So we're looking forward to that because you can have sex at the pool. And we did, just not on a bed.
No.
They have a lot of floaties in the pool. And we found a fun duck floaty. It was pretty large. No, it was the swan. Was it the swan or the duck? It was the duck?
The big duck.
Yeah, so late one night, Ed and I were feeling frisky.
Thunderstorm.
Raining
outside.
Yeah. And we went down.
Perfect temperature.
Oh, it was so great. So we crawl up on the duck for a nice fuck.
And it was a lot of fun.
It was.
We were like.
It was fabulous. We're like, okay, wait. When someone asks us next time, where is the most unique place you've had sex? I can say, in Jaco, Costa Rica, in a pool, in a thunderstorm, fucking on a duck.
In the middle of the jungle.
In the middle of the jungle.
It was amazing.
It was, super amazing. So, what else? They also had this additional building up top. You hike up these little stairs, and it's, wood floors and all amazing inside. I think they use that as a yoga studio. So if you can imagine, it's very serene and beautiful inside. And that's where the playroom was, aside from the pool. But they had beds up there. They had the Sibian. They had a sex swing. They had a flogging station. And it was just gorgeous. Gorgeous up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun little hike up to the top.
Yeah. So there's, lots of options for people to play up there at the pool, or if you wanted to be private, you just take someone back to your room.
Indeed. Now, one of my favorite things is food.
Yes.
And the open air restaurant at the facility, basically it's a roof and no walls. And there's tables set up for everybody to sit at for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have 3 meals a day. And the food is amazing.
Phenomenal.
It's fresh food. It's food that's caught that day or picked that day. And, plantains, rice, beans, very traditional Costa Rican food, and occasionally some other stuff that they would throw in. But all of the meals were so clean tasting. It's hard to describe, but not a lot of stuff added to them, and it's just really simple, really delicious food. Now, if you're the hamburger and fries kind of person, when you go to a foreign place and you like to have food that you have at home, you won't get that here. And that bothers some people. We like to experience the local culture when we visit places, and so this was right up our alley.
Yeah. And you do have the option to go into town. You get a couple free days, and we'll talk a little bit about that. where you can just head into town. If you're absolutely craving a burger, you could probably find that in town. But this resort provides 3 meals a day, unlimited beverages and alcohol. So we didn't feel the need to do that since we really liked that food.
No, and there were a couple days where we went into town on our free days, and we were just kind of wandering around. We had lunch at a seafood restaurant down at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good food.
Right.
Just phenomenal, and it's a local favorite.
We also went to that place called Blue, which is a pool right on the beach.
Yeah.
So you're in the pool and you can see the beach and the ocean. And there's day beds lining the outside. There's a swim-up bar, great food, alcohol. You can go get a massage on site.
They do have a spa there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. That was... Oh, and lots of iguanas were there.
Yeah, they were all over the roof. They were in the bushes. They were running around on the ground. I mean, God. And they would jump off of the roof.
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious because they would like
launch.
Jump off like an 8-foot roof and like land on the ground and go running into a tree.
I don't know how they did that, but they did.
They did it all the time.
I know.
That was fun.
That was fun. I totally forgot about that. That was amazing.
Yeah. So food was covered. Had lots of great dishes that we'd never tried before and some fun desserts too. But there were also activities.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people spent time at the pool. It seemed to be the main hangout, which was fine for me, and everyone seemed to enjoy that. In fact, when there were planned events up near the eating area, some people just preferred to be in the pool.
Yeah.
So you got some people that sectioned off and did, what they wanted to, which is perfectly fine. And that's the beauty of it. There are things that are scheduled to do, and if you want to participate, you participate. If you don't, you can go do your own thing. There's nothing that says you have to stay there.
Right.
You can come and go out of the resort as frequently as you please.
Absolutely.
Now they are mindful of your safety. So when you leave the gate, they take note of which guest you are, and then, so that, if you go into town and 8 hours later you don't show up, someone will come looking for you, hopefully much sooner than that.
Right.
But, you are in a foreign country. It is very, very safe, and it's a tourist town, Jaco. But I liked that feeling of them taking care of you, wanting to know that you're safe, wanting to be sure that their guests are, safe, well cared for, and having a good time. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, and we had a number of friends who went into town for the evening or during the day. We went into town a couple times during the day,
mm-hmm.
And checked out local shops, and
yeah,
it was great.
All right, so pool parties, Latin music, we talked about that. They had couples speed dating.
Which was great to meet all of the people who were at the event, at the
mm-hmm.
takeover,
mm-hmm.
and got everybody kind of up and mingling and having conversations with people who you wouldn't necessarily have gone up and talked to, which was fun.
Right. They did a local liquor beer tasting.
Yeah.
Up in the dining area.
There was a beer tasting, there was a tequila tasting,
right.
And there was a rum tasting.
Oh, wow. That's right. There was 3 of them.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And they were local and imported liquors and beers. Mm-hmm. So it was fun. You got to try some stuff that you wouldn't normally get here.
And we did some body shots, too.
That was fun.
They had pole dance lessons and entertainment.
That was a lot of fun.
We had strip blackjack, which I played for the first time and I won. We had a poker run in town where we went from bar to bar and got a card and
Yeah, and it was a kind of a pub crawl and poker run all in one.
Yeah. We won that one.
We did win that one.
And then, let's see, we also had salsa and line dance lessons by some very, very hot Latina women in their short booty shorts.
Yeah, they were local girls that taught dance.
Yeah.
And were actually, they were go-go dancers.
Oh, that's right.
At a local club.
Mm-hmm.
And the host had befriended them and brings them in every year to do these lessons, and they've become really good friends.
Yeah.
Very sweet girls.
Very, very sweet. So, some of these events, like I mentioned, the strip blackjack and the poker run had prizes assigned to them. And one of the prizes that we won was a night stay at an exotic swinger resort in California, valued at $500.
Yeah, that was fun.
So you get extras by going, as well as a great time and little gift bag and all that fun stuff when you get there. Now, if you're the excursion type of person, you get the option of doing your own excursion. You also have the benefit of the excursions that are included in the package.
Right. There's some planned group excursions where everybody jumps on a bus. They charter a bus.
Mm-hmm.
And the year we went to Manuel Antonio National Park.
Mm-hmm.
There's a beach, and there was a nature walk all the way through the park with a guide. We'd hired a guide, and he had his binoculars out and pointed out all the animals, and we saw all kinds of animals.
2 different sloths, the 2 and the 3-toe.
Yep.
Which apparently was unusual to see the 3-toe or the 2-toe.
I don't remember.
One of them was a little more unusual or a little more reclusive. And then that owl we saw.
Yep. Yeah.
The guide got really excited. He was radioing all the other guys in the park who were doing tours and pointing out where he'd saw the owl.
Lots of lizards, iguanas, crabs, locusts.
Oh, yeah.
Monkeys, capuchin monkeys, howler monkeys.
Oh, the howler monkeys. They were kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Just the sound is eerie. They're beautiful, but the sound that they make is eerie.
And we wandered all the way through the park and got down to the beach at the end of the hike. And some of us jumped into the ocean and swam around for a little bit. And the water was perfect. I mean, it was bathtub warm. It was so fun.
Mm-hmm. I didn't. I slept on the park bench. I wasn't feeling so good. I think I eaten something. I don't know what it was, but my stomach wasn't feeling quite right
that day.
I don't know what happened. It was only me, so I don't know. Something wasn't quite right.
Some combination of things, or just getting
reacclimated to a different area. I don't know.
Something wasn't sitting with you.
Yep. So I watched everyone have fun, which was fine. I was still there.
And and then the other excursion that we did, which was fun. I think there were only 2 other couples that did this, but we drove down to the beach near the resort and planted trees.
Mm-hmm.
So Jaco's in the process of kind of reforesting. So a long time ago, they clear cut a lot of the jungle and opened up the beach. But the problem is that the trees were protecting the environment. They basically kept the beach intact and offered shade and food for animals. And the Jaco community is in the process of kind of reforesting that section. And so we got to participate in that, which was fun.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Little baby trees, got to plant them on the beach.
I know. Different types of trees, too.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 different kinds of trees we were planting. It was fun.
We're supposed to have a tag number where we track the growth and location of our
that's right. We
tree.
have a GPS location. We can go look up our tree.
Ooh, we can go look up our tree.
We haven't done that.
He better still be alive.
I would think he would.
I would be sad if he was dead.
I'm sure he's fine.
All right, so if you're not wanting to do excursions with the group, and you don't have to, they're included, but you can go do your own excursion. And the front desk is amazing and wonderful at arranging all those details. The van comes and picks you right up at the front desk, and off you go. So Ed and I took advantage of that. We did zipline and ATV tour. Yeah. Oh my God, that was the best.
That was so reckless and crazy. It was awesome. So unlike in the United States where you have to sign 1,000 waivers and there's an hour-long course to train you in how to do it, they basically go, that's yours. Get in.
Uh-huh.
And then we all drove off into the jungle on these ATVs.
Do I have to wear the helmet? Oh, sure, yeah. And then the goggles? Oh, yeah. They're like, you drove one of these before, right? No? Well, all you do is just push
there's
this
the gas,
button.
There's the brake. There you go.
Yeah, they were just,
so awesome.
I loved it. It was just so free. I mean, there's so many non-regulations there.
Oh, yeah.
That are impinging or hindering you. I mean, I love regulations, but in some areas, especially California, we tend to be a little overregulated to protect the safety of the stupid people.
Correct.
So it was just refreshing to see people just monitoring themselves and doing, honestly, they were empowering others to use their own damn common sense.
Right. If it seems like a bad idea, you probably shouldn't do it. It was fun. We had a blast.
It was so great. Oh my God.
The first part of the day was the zip lines, and we took a tractor that was towing these. They were like carts, like a wagon being towed behind this tractor, and we drove
up this
all the way to the top.
Oh my God! It was like a roller coaster hill. Yeah.
Didn't know it at the time when we booked the thing, but basically we took 10 separate zip lines from the top of the mountain, from treetop to treetop, all the way down. So you'd go you'd lock into the platform and you'd zip line down to the next tree, and you'd go to the other side of the tree, jump onto a different zip line and zip line down that. Mm-hmm. And one of them was even upside down.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Now, the zipline guys, they provided more instruction and were really, really good at their job. And they had that down like a symphony. They all worked together amazingly. They were all in communication, and people were just like, pew, pew, one after another. Yep. Clip in, clip out, clip in, clip out. It was great. And we do a little roundabout the tree, and then we get on the next one, and off we'd go. It was so great. And the ants were everywhere.
Oh, yeah, leafcutter
ants were, 40 feet, 50 feet into the air.
Oh, higher than that. We were a good 100 feet up in the air.
And the ants are up in the trees cutting the leaves up here when there's plenty down below.
We tried to figure out why the leaves at the top were so much better.
Yeah, up and down all day long, cutting the leaves. I know. It was cool. The things you get to see. I don't know. I loved it. But I'm a nature girl, so it was fascinating to me. All right. So, zipline, ATV, what else did people do? They went on hikes. There's
a
a
couple
new
hikes and
crocodile.
It's like a river cruise, but you're in a very small boat with very big crocodiles swimming around you, and they feed the crocodiles chicken. They're nuts. They're crazy people. Yeah. But they play with crocodiles, and you get to watch it. Yeah. Supposedly it's fabulous. They did that this year. We didn't do it on our trip, but we will probably do that next year.
Right. Oh, yes, definitely. And maybe the horseback riding on the beach, or ooh, you know what we could do is they do some rappelling down the waterfall.
Yeah, we might do that.
That would be cool.
And there's Carrara Park, which we need to go to as well, which...
That's truly in the jungle.
Yeah.
Where your guide literally takes...
a machete, and you're cutting through the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carrara Park is nice because the birds... there's less monkeys, and the monkeys eat the bird eggs. And so because there's less monkeys, there's more birds.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. We'll get to see all kinds of toucans and...
There was also catamaran tours that you could do,
snorkeling, things like that.
Deep sea fishing. I mean, it's endless. You can whatever you wanted to do. Parasailing.
Probably rent a surfboard too.
Yeah,
Jaco's a surfing town, and it's a very popular sport.
So Ed and I did the ATV and the zip line. We also rented bikes. Well, actually, the bikes were free from the resort
at the time,
and tootled into town. Spent the day in town, had lunch, shopped.
Watched the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Rode
the bikes on the beach. That was fun.
That was so much fun. We also spent a fair amount of time just kind of wandering in the shops down in downtown Jaco.
And talking to people.
Yeah, met some great shop owners.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and if you ever get a chance, go to Love Designs. It's spelled Love. But it's pronounced Love. Yeah. And she is an amazing bathing suit designer. She worked for a designer for, good 20 years. And then she's finally opened up her new shop in Jaco.
All custom-made, handmade bikinis and one-piece suits and sarongs and beachwear.
And some beach and activewear now. Yeah. Yep.
Prince gets her own prints printed and designed and cuts her fabric and sews it right there in the back of the shop. And,
so great. She's awesome.
And she's the sweetest lady.
I
Just
know.
So nice.
I love her. We will go back there.
For sure. All right. So we've arrived, we've eaten, we've run around, we've done some excursions. What about some fun and sexy things?
Oh, yeah, the fun and sexy things. Yeah.
What were some of the things that we did when we were there?
Well, we got to watch the Sibian display. I did not participate because I was nervous. But we got to see the demonstration, and that was important to figure out how to operate it and how all the little attachments worked. And we had a volunteer that got on top of it and demonstrated the power.
Yeah, she had a good time.
She did. So that was sexy. They gave a small flogging display on how to flog. And then, of course, there was lots of hanky-panky and heavy flirting at the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of that. Lots of dancing and...
dancing and kissing in the pool. And
yeah.
There was also a pool game that was played.
Oh, yeah.
On one of the days, which was it was a cock ring toss.
Oh, that was so fun.
And...
I got to wear a strap on.
Yeah, so the guys got in the pool. The ladies wore the strap on the edge of the pool, and the guys had to throw the rings onto the strap-ons.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a catch to it. In the pool were cock blockers. So these were other women who were standing in between you and the dildos to prevent you from getting too close. And that was fun because it was fun trying to get past them and
bump up
and rub on them, and everybody had a really good time. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Little flair with the rings.
I know. You know, what else? Of course, the sexy time that we had with a couple couples in our room.
That was fun.
We didn't play in the playroom this time. We tried, but it
was... Most people were playing down by the pool.
Yeah.
or in their rooms.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of playing going on.
Right. And since Ed and I are voyeurs and really like to watch, we wanted to be where most of the action was, and most of the action seemed to be happening at the pool.
Yes.
Which is one of the reasons they put the beds down on the pool deck. So we're excited about that.
Bring the beds where the party is.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing, and I think we both took this away, was about 24 hours into it, we were so relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't your typical vacation where you're running from place to place. You got an itinerary. You're trying to get there. You're watching you're watching the clock all the time. None of that. And we got there and just melted.
Mm-hmm.
It was so relaxing, and I think we were naked most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, the first day, well, I'm a slow warmer to the whole naked, as opposed to Ed. He's all, whoop, off he goes.
Clothing optional? Perfect. I'm in.
There he goes. Down to the pool, naked. I think I was topless at first, and then I got naked very quickly thereafter, and pretty much was naked most of the time. I mean, you can walk anywhere naked. They only request that you have clothing, or do they even?
Yeah,
is it just a towel?
I think you have to wear. I think you do have to wear clothing up in the food.
In the food area. Okay.
Food area. At the very least, a towel.
Mm-hmm. Around your waist. Yeah.
But just so relaxed.
I know.
It was so hard to leave because we had just settled in. We could have stayed there. As a matter of fact, we thought about staying there.
I know.
Trying to find a way to stay there.
We're trying to find a way to retire early and stay there.
But we didn't. We came back.
Yeah.
But we have vowed to return.
Oh, yeah. It has something to do with, I swear, the vegetation and the blue pool. It's kind of like when you're in Hawaii and you get around and you get on that beach and you've got the green of the trees and the blue of the sky and the white of the sand and the ocean. It's like all those colors seem to have this very relaxing effect on you. And I swear that was part of it. It was just amazing. So fun.
Well, we had a great time.
Yeah. So we highly recommend it. It's a, like we said, a boutique hotel, and has a wonderful atmosphere. Oh, and I did forget to mention, if you're interested in doing little day spa activities, they have something on site as well for that. So if you want to do a massage, a facial, a mani-pedi,
they have those options.
They have that option too for the ladies or the men. Men can get facials and mani-pedis and massages. All right, Ed. Got anything else?
I think that covered it.
Did it? I know. I'm so lonesome. I want to go back. But we are going back.
That's right.
In May of 2020. So if you guys want to join us, go to allureslifestyle.com, book it, come down with us to the Allures Tropical Sexcapade, where you can get to know couples in a relaxed, intimate environment that inspires fun, flirting, seduction, and sex. Go check it out. Come see us.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I know mashing a star is so much easier, but a review is so much better for sharing your love of what we're doing with others. We would appreciate it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, please contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com or on Twitter @SwingerViewPodcast.